How's it going, everyone? That is Salzburg Castle. Up here, in a few hundred yards, is endless Austrian countryside, mountains, hills, lakes. And I am about to walk straight into it with nothing but 10 euros in my pocket and a sleeping bag. Oh my God. What am I letting myself in for? Why? Well, I've done this 2 times before now, as many of you will know, back in Britain. And not only were they 2 of the best adventures I've ever had, but they were wildly popular with you guys as well. So I thought, let's do it again, but let's do it in a foreign land. A land where I don't speak the language, a land with different ways of life, values and social norms, wildly dramatic and vertiginous landscapes. And it looks like, now that I've entered this little path and I'm heading past the very last mansions of the outskirts of Salzburg. Nah, that is so... I am 16, going on 17. Yeah, it looks like we're already entering it. Beautiful forest, look. So I'm heading east into Salzburger land and beyond. So the setting is just going to be, you know, dare I say it, even more stunning than Cornwall. But different. Oh, we are climbing. And yeah, I know I always say this, but I really don't know what's going to happen this time. I think it's going to be really tricky, to be honest, because physically it's going to be more demanding. It's going to be very up and down, and I'm not that fit. But yeah, the language barrier is going to make it tricky, I think. I can speak a tiny bit of German, and most of these people can speak English, but there might be a bit of a barrier there at times. But then again, I might be wrong. The people of Austria are lovely, met lots of them, and I've got faith in this country and these people to pull it out the bag. I think I'm going to meet some lovely people. And the other reason it's going to be tricky is because 10 euros is going to get me nowhere. Now, I say 10 euros, I've bumped it up to 12 to account for the exchange rate, but even so, it's not going to get me very far, put it that way. It's a bit more expensive out here. I'll just quickly show you everything that's in my bag just for transparency. So, sleeping bag, that's very important. No tent, no inflatable mattress or anything like that. Oh dear. I always have a little packed lunch. Got a little sandwich, some meat sticks, an orange and a cereal bar. So I'll be eating that for lunch today, but beyond that, no food whatsoever. There's some things I just need, and it would just be silly not to bring them, like a toothbrush, suntan lotion, insect repellent because I get bit really bad, and then just GoPro batteries, a couple of cables, techie stuff so that I can film it. And that's it. So there we go. Where I will sleep tonight, I really don't know, but that's the fun. And I've got my tenner, so what could go wrong? Right, let's walk east and uphill. Tell you what, it's lovely and cool so far. It's gonna heat up. It's good sunny weather. It has to be for one of these adventures. That's why it was so spontaneous, me coming out here. In fact, I was really worried that I was gonna miss the opportunity to do this, because it kind of had to be late August, early September, because I'm hoping to find a lot of apples and plums on the trees. But obviously I need good weather as well. We're up here. Wow, heading up into the fields now. This is beautiful, and the sun's starting to shine on me. Dramatic peaks popping out. This is what I imagined it would be like.
It felt like my reward for battling up through the trees was to emerge in a sort of Austrian version of heaven. Partly because there were quite a few old people knocking about.
Morgan.
I greeted those old people, along with a few other hikers whose presence was to be expected so close to Salzburg.
Friendly people so far, but yeah, as predicted, a little bit hard to delve into the next part of the conversation. Sort of, how's it going? I know how to say that, but I just wouldn't understand the response.
I only had myself to blame for not brushing up on my German before I came, and that wasn't my only self-inflicted handicap.
I'm not going to lie guys, I am struggling up this hill. It is never ending, but I have to confess that is in part because I'm hungover. I know, it's ridiculous. I didn't want to tell you because I thought you'd be angry at me, but I landed last night at 10 p.m. and went straight to the Shamrock bar by the river in Salzburg because it's such a great bar. I've been there a few times before. Couldn't resist, and it didn't disappoint. There was live music on. They played that twice, and that was it for me. I just lost control. Now, I only had 3.5 pints, but I am intolerant to alcohol, apparently.
I was determined not to let that affect me in any way, though. So I attacked the remainder of this first hill with spirit and vigour, and it didn't half pay off.
Wow, that is breathtaking. Here we go, first village, Oberwinkel. And what a view again. Oh my God, and it's the perfect temperature. It is glorious.
Oberwinkel was very quiet and peaceful, apart from one tanned fellow pottering about outside his guest house.
Servus. That looked friendly.
But whatever concerns I had about my ability to connect with the locals was soon replaced by the feeling of entering flat, smooth, quintessentially Austrian farmland. And here, just as the hangover began to wear off, the adventure really felt like it was beginning to start.
I'm starting to get that adventurous feeling creep in. The feeling of not knowing what's gonna happen, the feeling of promise, potential, freedom. There it is.
A couple of turns later, I found my first food of the trip.
So blackberries here, but they're all a bit old, I reckon. Oh, maybe not. Not bad. I wasn't banking on blackberries. I thought I was a bit late for them, but it seems there's still some left.
And once I'd plucked the best of those, I entered my first farmyard.
Looks like the road ends with this farm, worryingly.
I don't know how angry Austrian farmers tend to be compared to their Welsh counterparts, but this one seemed pretty preoccupied.
Now he's going to be up there a while, strimming.
And after a quick thumbnail, it was back into the woods. For the most part, it was intermittent dosages of farmland and forest, the former offering the better views and opportunities to interact, but the latter sheltering me from the midday sun, and not without its own curiosities either.
Look at that hidden little hut. Is that occupied? No, I don't think that's lived in.
The old water pump was dry, which was probably for the best, but soon afterwards it was time to approach my next, slightly larger village.
Hello. Wie geht's? Good, good. God, what a peaceful way of life it must be here. Just love the way they build their houses as well. These big protruding roofs and nice colours. Lovely, lovely village.
And in this village, the well was well and truly full.
And what is that I see? Could that be drinking water? It's gotta be. I'm drinking it either way. Just as I was starting to get a bit thirsty too and sweaty again. It's cold as well. Straight away. We might be alright on the waterfront, guys. This is what Austria's all about. There's flowers. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to have my lunch right here on this bench. Never know, one of the village people might come and talk to me. I hope it's the policeman. one little sandwich I've got this time. I mean the first time I had 2 big sandwiches, didn't I, and a pork pie. This is a lot smaller lunch, this. Schönen Tag. Schönen Dorf. I can sit here or? Oh, good. Danke, danke.
I chatted some more with this pleasant hotel owner lady, asking her if she was any relation to footballer Christian Fuchs, and getting quite a definitive answer.
No football in this family.
No, okay.
Before setting off once more into my next portion of countryside, where I pondered over what potential shelter I might find for myself that night.
Oh look, there's a little kids play area down there. They can be good places to sleep at night when all the kids have gone, obviously, because they often have shelters. Might be that I end up in one of those tonight. Really have no idea. Or that's a shelter. That's like a religious shrine, I think. I don't know what that is, but there's lots of things like this in Austria.
Edelweiss, Edelweiss, in den Felsen verborgen.
Hello, cat. Lost a bath, man.
Grüßen dich jeden Morgen.
Look at this 24-hour cheese. Let's check it out. I'm sure it'll be outside my budget, but you never know. Yeah. €6, $3.65, $4.30. I'm sure it's absolutely lovely though. Never mind. We might get an egg one though at some point. Box of eggs might be, I don't know, €1.50, €2. It's cooking them though, isn't it? And with no scooter to cook it on, probably have to find a pan and make a fire. Yeah. What's this? It's a little mini chapel, look. Very spidery. Wouldn't want to sleep in that. A bit creepy as well, to be honest.
Speaking of which,
Look at this one. Abandoned. Wow, how can that be abandoned?
my route, arbitrarily plotted on my new favourite website, Komoot, to avoid running into dead ends, main roads, great looping paths and other undesirable places, then led me up into another gorgeous wooded hill. But after what had been a good navigational run, the inevitable happened.
No, I'm off course. That's why it's overgrown. Shortcut time. Ugh. Absolutely inevitable.
As we have learnt, even on plotted routes, paths can completely vanish, and that's what had happened here. Only difference was, apart from the higher likelihood of ticks, I was in much more unfamiliar territory. By this point, I had figured out that the lakeside town of Mondsee was probably a good place for me to aim for that day, mainly because I'd have a better chance of finding a shelter there, but getting lost in giant mountainous forests wasn't conducive to that plan.
Come on, I've got to get out of here, man. This is Tick City.
But eventually,
Ah, yes, gravel. Get in.
it was all downhill from that point on, and doubly beautiful.
And there's our new view that's just appeared.
Did I manage to get engulfed by foliage again? Yes, but ultimately I emerged tick-free onto the farmland once more, with a renewed desire to find friendly people and fruit.
Servus. A sneaky clock here. I'm not going to take too many. Oh my god, they are good. They are good though. Yes, they're coming from someone's garden though, so. They are bloody good. Some of the best blackberries I've ever had. Right. Servus. So far, everyone's been lovely, but so far no one's spoken to me, as in asked me a question. or made a comment beyond hello, which, yeah, it's a bit disappointing. Maybe I need to instigate things a bit more. Remember, it's part of my ethos not to ask for anything. Has to happen organically. Oh, a pillow. I think I'll pass. You know, I'm getting the sense that the areas I've been walking through are actually quite sought after and wealthy because of the proximity to Salzburg, and touristy as well. A lot of holiday makers doing their own thing. But yeah, there might be an element of sort of privacy, kind of like you get in Switzerland, and less of the kind of jerry hospitality
You can use my camper van if you want.
that me and Greg discovered in Slovenia. But maybe as I get deeper and deeper into the hills away from Salzburg, we might get that. And it only takes one really friendly soul.
A mile down the road, I thought I may have found that with this lovely couple.
Yeah, genau. Yeah, adventure.
Adventure.
Yeah, I'm walking through Austria with only 10 euros
Okay,
and a Schlafsack.
okay.
That's it.
That's not very much money.
No, it's not very much. No. That's the challenge.
Okay.
Wish me luck. Good luck. Bye. Suspicions confirmed that 10 euros is fuck all. They seemed interested though.
Or even further on at this wedding.
Servus. Could have had some canapes and a glass of champagne if I'd have plucked up the courage. But me and Greg already disrupted one wedding in Italy. You look amazing. Don't need to disrupt anymore. Oh, don't. It's one of these things. It's a sausage and potatoes and sauerkraut and beer. Oh, get me out of here.
But it seemed like I might be ending this day without having a meaningful encounter with anyone. That was until a certain old deer entered the frame.
Hallo, servus. Schön Blumen. Schön Blumen. Und Schlafsack,
Ja.
das ist alles.
Aha.
So it's a challenge,
Ja,
adventure.
Ja.
So schön.
Ja,
Ja.
ja, es ist schön.
Oh ja.
Und was machen Sie, wie haben Sie heute den Tag geplant?
Ich kenne nicht. Und Mondsee. Ich gehe Mondsee.
Ich gehe nach Mondsee.
Ja.
Wunderbar.
I'd finally met someone who was actively taking an interest in what I was doing and where I was going, but I was struggling to converse with her, having apparently forgotten half the German words I'd learned on my travels years ago. I'd presumed that because of her age, this lady would be one of the few people around whose English would be worse than my German, but I was wrong, and 4 minutes in, she could take no more of my dithering.
Would you like to have a drink, a water, or you have enough to drink?
I will have some, yeah, okay.
I self-made Holler, Hock.
Was ist
Hock?
das? Hock.
Hock, Holler?
Oh, Coca-Cola.
No?
No.
Turned out she didn't live very far away either.
Ich wohne hier.
Ich wohne hier. Wenn Sie Toilette brauchen?
Nein, ich bin gut.
Okay.
Danke. Lovely woman.
If I would be younger, I would like to do this also.
Ja. It's nicht so einfach.
Nicht so einfach, genau. Ich habe Soda sprinkelt.
Ja.
Ja, okay.
Danke.
Bitte sehr. Ach, wunderbar.
Cordial. Frucht.
Ja.
Von Frucht.
Oh, bitte, you're welcome.
Dankeschön. Vielen Dank. Don't know what this is. Oh. Oh, that is so good. So good.
Dictionary.
Sehr lecker.
Ja, gerne, ja.
It's
Holunder.
elderflower. Elderflower.
Ah, ja.
Yeah.
Elder.
I like it.
Ja,
Yeah.
fein.
So good. So süß.
Ja, es ist ein bisschen Saft und Wasser. Ja?
So good. It's a treat.
Und von wo von England kommen Sie?
Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Ja.
Mein Sohn war in Manchester.
Manchester. Ja.
Ja, er war Koch.
Big. Ja.
Ja. Und dann in St. Albans.
St. Albans.
Ja.
Dein Son.
Na, war auch in St. Albans. Und ich war auch in St. Albans. Und ich wünsche Ihnen alles Gute.
Danke.
God bless you.
Danke.
Den
God bless
ganzen
you
Weg.
too.
Thank
God bless. That was a treat.
Ja.
A treat. Like a gift.
Das.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm glad that you are here in Austria.
Danke. So am I.
Ja.
Ich bin Tom.
Ach,
Tom.
Tom. Welcome, Tom. Ich bin Lieselotte. My name is Lilo. The short
Lilo.
name. The
And
short
Walter.
name from Lieselotte.
Well, Lilo,
Lilo.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Tom.
Pleasure.
It was a pleasure for me. also.
Good, good.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Dankeschön. Wow. That was wonderful. Sorry for the terrible German there and probably dodgy camera work. I didn't want to be too intrusive, but that's really lifted me up, that has, because it was that next step to really get to know someone, and all it took, as I said, was that really friendly, interested, intrigued person. Often they are elderly people because they're just so social, you know, there's no awkwardness at all, just enough language there between us to be able to have an interesting conversation. And also the elderflower cordial, it blew my head off with how sweet it was, but it was so nice. It's really like, I'm buzzing. It sorted me out, that has.
I felt like I'd finally been treated to a slice of the real Austria, and that propelled me up my latest hill with a newfound sense of hope.
That might be the turning point in this adventure. That little encounter there, I've got a feeling. Hello. Hello. Servus. Hello. I think I really interrupted his flow then. Lily, I can't remember her name, Lilo, has told me that there's a castle up here, a newer one and an older one that's like crumbling. So yeah, this could be an interesting place. I don't think I'll end up sleeping here unless it's like insanely good, but it'd be cool to check it out.
I didn't manage to find the castle in the end, but just over the crest of the hill, in the brief company of 3 young ladies enjoying a hike of their own, this next view more than made up for it.
Dankeschön. Have a good walk.
Thank you. You too.
Oh, is that Mondsee?
Yeah, it is.
Ah, that's where I'm heading. Lovely.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
I could finally see what I'd been aiming for these past few hours, and I was going to make it there in good time. The descent down towards the town was yet another glorious and peaceful one, even if it almost didn't happen.
Mondsee, ja. Ah, hier. Dankeschön.
And it also gave me the opportunity to actually do some thinking.
I've just remembered something, guys. All the shops are shut tomorrow. That's the law in Austria. I cannot believe I haven't thought of this. But yeah, Sunday is... I don't think all the cafes and things like that will be shut, but I can't afford that anyway. I'm going to need to buy some food for tomorrow. I mean, I need some for tonight, really, because I'm already hungry now. Lilo's elderflower cordial has just about wore off. I have got my meat sticks and my cereal bar, but my cereal bar I want to save for breakfast. I'm still not sure what I'm going to buy from the shop food-wise. I think bread. Definitely bread, but it's what goes with it. I don't know. So priority in Mondsee, find a shop, and then we can start looking for a place to sleep and some cardboard. I don't know what there is in Mondsee by way of pubs and bars. Then you've got the language barrier. I think planned pub is probably not on the cards, so I'll have to think of other strategies. But you never know. You never know. I might meet someone in Mondsee, a tourist, walking around, and then they might offer to buy me a drink in a pub, and then who knows what could happen after that. I mean, after all, that's how it happened with Harry in Foy, so you never know.
Was wär die Bergwelt nur ohne dich? Schönste aller Blumen.
actually moving quite slowly now. I was doing it to kind of appear haggard and tired so that people might be more likely to speak to me, but now I'm not putting it on. I can't catch up with these for love nor money. It's been a long day. I don't know how far I've walked. Let's have a look. Nearly 30k, so that's pretty good going, isn't it?
And a just cause to finally pinch one of the juicy apples I'd been eyeing up.
That's a good one. That's just fell. I'm taking it. Yeah, that's nice. Tell you what, I'm going to enjoy this. Oi! Or not. No, it's alright. It's quite sour.
And a little further on, I spotted a man raiding what I was hoping would be my first plum tree.
Hallo.
Servus.
Ja, servus. Was ist das?
Hä?
Was ist das?
Haselnüsse.
Haselnüsse. Ah.
Sicher.
Ah, sehr gut. Fertig?
Ja.
Ja. Gut, gut. Ciao.
Ciao.
Oh, hazelnuts. Didn't know whether it was his tree though, so didn't want to just start grabbing them. That'd be nice though. We should really learn what that tree looks like.
In fact, I could have done with brushing up on my plant knowledge in general before this trip, with both elderberry and rosehips tempting me in the next field, but I wasn't quite sure about the safety of eating either fruit raw, so I had to leave them. They were soon forgotten though, because just around the next corner was smooth tarmac, and a few hundred meters down it, a beautiful orange and blue sign.
Oh my god, I've just spotted an Aldi. It's called something different over here. It's called Hofer, but that is the exact shop I wanted to find because I believe it's the cheapest. Here it is. I'm buzzing about this. This is a real stroke of luck to have just stumbled across it. Fuck me, that's tempting. Can of Radler for... Oh. Well, I've got to do that. It's Saturday night. I'm probably going to be sleeping by the lake, so I'll get 2 of them. I think that's fair enough. It's something to sip on, isn't it? Although, thinking about it, wine. You probably think I'm a right alcoholic, but all I'm saying is wine is very cheap out here. Where's the billiger stuff? Oh yeah, this is the really cheap stuff. Look, that's ridiculous. That's 2 bottles worth for $2.49. Is there a smaller one? I mean, okay, stick with these then. I need something wholesome now, something filling. Is there any cheap meat? Surely not. This is what we want to be looking at, look. €1.37 per 100 gram. €1 per 100 gram. It's actually not terrible. That's so big. That's a pound of flesh. Shylock would go mad for that.
And somehow the meat got even cheaper.
Shit, I forgot about this stuff. Extrawurst. 60 cents per 100 grams. Putenfleisch. Do I want turkey or pig? I'm pretty good with the food words. I think that means oniony liver type thing. I'm spoilt for choice.
But it turned out what I wasn't spoiled for was time.
Shit, they're closing. I don't believe it, they're closing. I need to quickly get some bread. Bread and what else? This needs to last me, man. Shit. Thank God I got here when I did. Bread.
But there was no bread.
That looks ridiculous. Hello.
Hallo. 4,70 €.
Dankeschön.
Ciao.
Tschüss.
Ciao.
Oh, God. I don't know what to say about that. It's good news and bad news, isn't it? Good news is I just made it. I mean, that woman was shouting at me, "Schnell, schnell." The bad news is I think I've made some quite questionable choices, or at least in isolation, they look pretty bad. I didn't get any bread, so that is bad, especially if I can't get hold of any bread tonight or tomorrow. I surely need some bread tomorrow. And there's a spa here and that's shut as well. I think I've got to be grateful. I think I've got to be grateful. Let's get down to the lake anyway and look around.
There was a fair bit to take in as I entered the town, a lakeside swimming area to my right, a kids' park to the left, and that wasn't all.
In a matter of 5 seconds then, I heard music and I can see a 16 going on 17 shelter. That could be slept under. That is promising. What I'm kind of hoping for now is that there's other people drinking kind of leisurely by the water's edge. Oh my god, this is happening. There's live music.
Then the ultimate homeless sleeping shelter.
That could be slept in. I'm trying to be careful filming. Yeah, but that is an option. But that is, yeah, that's not ideal actually. But yeah, here's the lake. Wow, it's huge. And we've got some Bowie to accompany my arrival. No, that was wishful thinking. I've got to say though, and I think loads of you will be agreeing, that is a questionable selection of products to buy. In my defense, I was very rushed. There was no bread left, and also, you know, you gotta have your treats, and an ice cold, and it is ice cold, shandy or two is gonna make this rough sleeping a bit more enjoyable, especially on a Saturday, you know, Saturday night. And I thought there might be some other drinkers about. There probably won't be.
One positive was that there were at least 2 hours of good daylight left, and with the band sounding pretty atrocious, I decided to use that time to explore more of the shoreline for better sleeping spots, of which there were none, before heading into the town centre, where for the first time I felt the long tendrils of temptation. There were no bakeries or shops of any kind still open, just expensive wafts of garlicky seafood. So I peeled away and focused on the next task.
Tell you what I should do though while I'm here, try and find some cardboard, and there might be some round the back of Spa. 9, it's all locked up. There actually might be some decent food in there if I could get in.
But I couldn't, so I headed over to the residential bins instead, and I was in luck.
Shit. Right, time to bring the whole reputation of the place down with my battered can. That's good. That is really good. So day one drawing to a close. Quite uneventful on the whole. Glad I had that lovely interaction though with the old lady. There wasn't too much by way of food. Didn't find any plums. And it ends on a bit of a mixed bag, to be honest. The food situation is not great with the shops being shut tomorrow. And I don't really know where I'm gonna sleep, but at least it's not gonna be raining, and if it does rain I've got that backup.
After that I ventured back over to the band purely to soak up some atmosphere, but the crowd were mostly middle-aged, well-off tourists, too subdued and civilised for me to want to disturb with my confusing story. So I simply watched the sun set, looked on in envy as a party boat briefly moored up, and once perfectly content that I wasn't going to make any late night friends, I pulled out the sleeping bag.
The sleeping bag's coming out, I'm too cold. I'm going to look a bit silly in this. People are going to think I'm a homeless person, but nothing we haven't dealt with before. You never know, someone might walk past who's had a few drinks in town and just go, what are you doing, you know, come back to mine. Not in that way. It's better. I don't know where I'm going to sleep though. I might sleep on the bench. The grass will be too dewy. I'll check out the boat later, but yeah.
But the boat remained firmly off limits.
Being dripped on, man. What the hell? Can't see any cloud. I can see the stars. And those f***ing kids are still on the pirate ship. It's 10:20. Look. I don't understand where their parents are or what they're doing. It's just mental. Hopefully it's just a few droplets. Abend.
Then you get a paprika, a fresh paprika.
Feeling down.
I'll go straight out, yeah. I won't use your equipment.
Well, I don't quite believe it. I feel like I am in a novel. Hello?